So at the time of this video being released, Dragonflight would have been out for around 2 weeks. So I just wanted to share some thoughts and opinions on how it's going so far. The launch was interesting. I live in the UK, as you can probably guess from my accent, and the expansion launch was around 11 PM. Though it got released at 11, myself and a friend actually got into the Dragon Isles at around 12:30, so that's about an hour and a half later. The funniest thing was watching a timer pop up at 11 PM saying the boat was going to arrive in about 5 minutes, and you know, those 5 minutes came and went. Before long, there was a portal that appeared, supposedly taking you to those legendary Dragon Isles. But when my friend tried it, he got disconnected and couldn't reconnect for around half an hour. But that's where any negativity ends, honestly. And it wasn't even negativity. We had expected something to happen along those lines, a shaky launch, as that's what we've come to expect from a WoW expansion being released. From the looks of it, US realms were fine, albeit a little bit delayed, but nonetheless, we eventually, at around 12:30, took a leap of faith and just went into the portal before being loaded into the waking shore. We played continuously for around 6 hours before the servers got shut down, and then proceeded to play from 3 PM till about 2 AM the next day, and I can easily say we had an absolutely amazing time. For me personally, it was the first time playing the game since earlier that year, as when I got my ahead of the curve achievement for the Jailer back in March, and for my friend it was the first time he played since the first 2 weeks of Shadowlands. Another friend has also joined us since, considering he stopped playing a few weeks into Shadowlands, so it's been great playing the game with close friends again, as you can imagine. They're both having a really good time and so am I, and I'll cover all the details a bit more into the video as this chapter's only about the launch. But overall, once we got into the actual expansion, we've had just an absolutely amazing time. Dragonriding, the zone design, the lore, just everything. It feels so refreshing to experience everything so far, and I absolutely can't wait to see more of it during this expansion. So in terms of gameplay, my opinion can only span so far on certain things, namely the talent changes and the new talent trees, as I've only played a Beast Mastery Hunter so far, and a little bit of Evoker during the past 2 weeks. All other elements like Dragon Riding, World Quest, Rep Grind and such will be more generalised opinions, as I'll be having similar experiences with other people, so let's just get into it. I'll cover the talent tree system now and put a time skip on screen, as I realise you may not want to hear about Beast Mastery Hunters, so I'll cover it quickly and make sure to let me know what you think about the talent tree system for your class down below. Honestly, playing Beast Mastery Hunter is fun in Dragonflight. I've been playing this class since I first began playing the game really, and obviously changed specs over the many years when different metas rose up, but I've been playing Beast Mastery since Battle for Azeroth. The rotation isn't all too different than what I'm used to, and the talent tree system is a nice callback to how things used to be before they changed it all in Cataclysm, so I am a fan of it. It's not overly complex, as you can just follow a guide or join a class Discord if you need any guidance. Can't speak for every class, so I would really be interested in hearing your comments down below. Dragon Riding is pretty fun. It's a very nice evolution to a system that's been in the game since Burning Crusade, and the way it's been implemented within the expansion is very nice. Getting each streak from the respective zone, collecting glyphs to upgrade the dragon flying by increasing vigour and getting extra little abilities, just feels like a natural system within the game. It makes sense with the environment and the overall feel of the expansion, and I hope that eventually they can expand Dragon Riding to be all across Azeroth, as the change from being able to zoom everywhere in the Dragon Isles at up to 830% speed to the regular 350% flying in regular zones feels like a stark contrast. I'm a huge fan and hope that this system remains in place going forward. Another positive about Dragon Riding is the customization options, and I know it's not a necessity and it won't appeal to everyone, but at least it allows you to tailor your mount to what you want it to be, and it will appeal to a certain part of the player base. You start off with 4 different mounts that have a variety of features, and each one is a distinct colour, though you can unlock more colours by completing content within the game. I myself grinded Rathian Rep to unlock the black Dragonflight colour for the Highland Drake, so it gives a small extra incentive for completing content. When it comes to the grind, the game feels a lot more natural, genuinely. Can't exactly remember how the start of Shadowlands felt aside from grindy and a bit time gated. It felt like you needed to play the game, which wasn't really great when the whole point should be that you want to play the game. The world quests and gameplay loop feel absolutely fine to me. You have the option to grind and it's completely up to you. There's nothing at the moment that makes me feel like I need to grind. Even with the world quests that can be tedious at the best of times, have a little unique spin on them, i.e. the dragon flying ones, the cartographer ones and the climbing quests. The world quests combined with the dungeons just give an overall natural feel, And I like how they're going to be adding old dungeons from previous expansions into the Mythic Plus pool to make older content more relevant again. I saw a conversation in Valdrakken and someone said how Blizzard just gave us a brand new landmass to explore and enjoy, so it felt like home. It feels nice just being able to enjoy the zones and story that isn't just all about the main antagonist. I managed to get to around 378 item level within the first week and a half of content just by doing mythic dungeons, world quests, killing rares, crafting and getting reputation or renown with the factions. And it's not like I've been try-harding it, honestly. Just been playing it daily for the first full week and not as much the second week just before raids come out. It's felt great. Sure, I grinded my Rathian rep to full just so I could unlock the Black Dragon scale customization for my Dragonriding, but that's just a personal preference. The best thing to me is that you have the option to grind. Yes, you can just grind reputation, get all the unlocks and get all the story content out, but that's your choice. Obviously, it's like diminishing returns that once you complete everything you can, your options to earn rep are limited and are slower than if you do it week by week, which makes sense. Blizzard don't want people to complete the content in the first week and then unsub until something new happens, but at least this allows players to play the game how they want and not feel like they're being forced to actively do content they don't want to do in order to progress. Obviously, we are only at the start of the expansion, and by the time this video is going to be out, the new raid has probably just begun. So we'll see if this fresh feeling continues throughout the next few patches or if it dwindles, but either way, I'm pretty excited for it. I'm really enjoying Dragonflight. I feel like this is going to be a really good expansion. Just to mention zone design, the art team have proven time and time again in their skill to bring zones to life with unique looking terrain and being able to have each zone feel unique in its own way. The Waking Shores housing the seat of the black and red Dragonflights, the Oharan Plains the green Dragonflight, the Azure Span the blue, and Thaldraszus the bronze Dragonflight. Each zone has its own little mysteries and treasures to find, and it's nice being able to soar through each zone discovering high peaks, dragon glyphs and what other minute details you can find. Without a doubt, the zones are one of the best parts of any expansion, especially with Dragonflight. It's nice being able to land somewhere to rest your dragon while you regain vigour, and be able to look out and see the world in front of you. And I'm pretty excited to see what other zones are going to show us as the patch cycles come forward. So overall, just to summarise these past 2 weeks, I think, well, the Warcraft is heading in a really good direction. Dragonflight from the offset has given me, and I'm sure a lot of other people, hope that this expansion is going to be something great and might revitalise the game even more. I'm really excited to experience the raid myself and see what challenges that Blizzard have given us this time and see what other patches they come up with. I'm really interested in hearing your thoughts on what you think of Dragonflight so far as well, so please do comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, then please do like and subscribe to see similar content in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and see you next time.